Hi, my name is Cassie Reckers, and this is my leadership story. So, I'm here today because my professor asked me what leadership means to me. This is my reflection response. Now, my professor asked me something, a specific question that actually kind of boggled me because it was a little difficult for me to answer it. There's so many definitions of leadership, and to give one precise definition of it was pretty tough. So, what I said was leadership is leaving some sort of impact on someone or a group of people. Now, this can be in a positive way and this could be in a negative way. That's why I specifically only said impact. But this is where my story comes in. So, about 5 years ago, I lost my sister to an overdosage of heroin. Now, when many people say this, their automatic reaction is, "Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that." And I say it's okay. I learned a lot of life lessons not only through death but through myself and how to actually live life. I think a good way to see yourself as a leader is how you react to other people, especially through tough times. And I learned a lot during this process. Obviously, I got very depressed. I cut off a lot of communication ties, and this is where I started my journaling and writing experience. This is how I therapeutically told my feelings to a piece of paper with a pen. And um, I set this goal. I told myself by the end of my senior year in high school, I'm gonna have her name known somehow in some positive way. Who she was as a person is going to be remembered since she couldn't make it to her senior year of high school. I'll make sure that she did, especially for other people because since I started a scholarship, it's under her name. Those people will forever know her because it will be called the Alana Reckers Art Scholarship. It's in her name because she was an amazing art student, and it was a really good way for me to figure out how I could lead myself, how much I can push myself to do things that I need to do for myself. This was such a long term personal goal that I actually completed. Even though the scholarship was only worth $500, you never realize how hard fundraising is. But there was just so many things I learned about myself during this time, and I never felt like a better leader for myself than during this time actually doing something that I wanted to do. I mean, and that's another reason why leadership is so important because you're doing this because you want to. If you're being a leader because you have to, it's not going to be genuine. But to get the point across, leadership also isn't only about me. It's not just what I get the benefit from. I obviously got the benefit from giving somebody an opportunity to continue their education through art. It's so important to actually go for your passion. And what I could have done, I knew I could do it. I know that I could have changed somebody somehow. I could have helped somebody in some way, and this was my way of doing it for myself and that one lucky art student. And I'd say another personal value that adds on to that for me would probably be being helpful. Um, get two jobs done at once. You're helping somebody with something they needed, and that's good karma. I mean, honestly, like it's gonna come back to you. Like there's nothing wrong with what you're doing, and you're also just gonna make their day even better. I just like it just sounds so corny the way I'm phrasing it, and I just really can't help it. But being helpful is essential, I believe, and being helpful can create a better critical understanding of that person when you're helping somebody. If it's from taking their bags from the grocery store and going across the street with them, or going to a service site and volunteering, or maybe helping out with a new art design that somebody came up with and you're giving them criticism. It's all about how they understand and how you express yourself. Like I said, it always has to be positively, and I feel honestly, if it's not positively, then what are you doing? Like many other people, I value honesty as well. Honesty is key to communication in the first place. Can't get anywhere without it. Now, I'm not just saying that um, my sister was the only reason that I think I am a successful and appropriate leader. I have had workshops. I have dealt with many different type of people, and why I say that is because I went to this fair, a seminar. It was called World Affairs Seminar, and even though I'm not a sciencey person, this is where I met people from all over the world. This was my first experience of getting out there as a junior in high school. Now, what we talked about at this place was energy. But you get set into certain groups. You don't choose these groups, obviously, because you're walking in pretty blindly. And we had workshops working together, and we were all leaders together. But that's not the point. Once you're a leader, you get to step back because then you are a follower. You are listening to what other people are saying and you're listening to their ideas as well. For example, we had a capstone at the end of this week, and we had to come up with some way that we could creatively sustain our energy, and we all worked together and we made a video somewhat like this, and we all came together with our creative ideas, and I ended up having to like draw on a piece of paper, and it was like time lapse throughout a certain amount of time, and somebody would record for me, somebody would edit, somebody would write a script. What I'm saying is, when you're a leader, you are also a follower. There are two steps. You can't be one without the other. Now, the reason why I can tie World Affairs Seminar back to my definition is because their motto that they followed throughout this seminar was peace through understanding. To wrap it up, I'd say leadership begins with you, but it can always end with somebody else. Just like every other person that became a historic leader, they were seen as regular people. That's how you begin. Just because you see yourself as having a normal life, that's extraordinary to somebody else.